Honorable ADC to Tashfeen Alam Saab, and Honorable ADC to our guest, I don't remember his name, but you are welcome, sir, here. All distinguished guests, organizers of this wonderful event, students and participants, Assalamu alaikum. Well, I would like to do a brief introduction first, and then I will go through my presentation. That's a very short presentation. I won't take you a lot of time. And during that presentation, I will give you some motivational experiences that I have already had in my life. My name is Mansoor Jadar, and I've been working as a director of Information Technology Center at the University of Punjab. And before that, I have worked as a coordinator of the institute and worked as a director of the networks and communication at Sindh University of Punjab. I've done PhD in computer science from Germany, and I have recently completed my postdoctorate from Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology, Melbourne, Australia. Well, since I have seen many participants talking about the motivation, how to keep yourself motivated, and how to motivate others, how to influence others, so they have given enormous examples. In my presentation today, I would give you a short motivation. I mean, I will go through some slides which are related with motivation and which I have taken from Hazrat Nuh's life. Can you change the slides, please? This is just to have a quick start, to handle yourself, use your head, and to handle others. See, there is famous saying of Eleanor Roosevelt. Next. These are the contents that I would like to go through in my presentation today. I would like to welcome and then have a short motivational slides, couple of slides, and then how to prepare yourself to have a quick start in higher education sector, and then time to take your breaks, what are the preparations that you need to have, and then the best country that in my personal opinion, I would like to share with you my experience regarding the number one country in terms of having a quality life, education, and other factors. Next, please. Well, as I already said, I really congratulate all the organizers for having this wonderful event. And this is an outstanding platform for teaching and learning, and a huge get together to meet and greet like successful people, as we have seen wonderful people here, and then to meet the intellectuals and the youngsters a lot here. And then this is really a blessing for local people here in North Fellows to have such wonderful people around us, so that we can learn from them through their past experiences. And as we know that we are learning together from the past experiences of all the participants, and through this process we not only prepare youth for the future challenges, and we can also share ideas and opportunities. Well, I have learned a lesson from Nuh's arc, Nuh's arc, that gave me a motivation. I kept myself motivated through the life of Hazrat Nuh and the arc of Hazrat Nuh. So the first thing I learned is don't miss the goal. Whatever the trends are going on, whatever the way forward is, just assess it and don't miss it. Don't miss the opportunity. If you have opportunity, just grab it. Second one, remember that we all are in the same boat. Keep all people motivated with you. If you have your friends, your family members, ask them, tell them what the success is, how to get along with them. They have their shortcomings, you have to overcome your shortcomings, and your colleagues family members, you have told their shortcomings as well. So remember that we all are in the same boat. We have to keep along with our fellows, friends, and other people. Plan ahead. It wasn't raining when you built an ark. Well, what we do is we sometimes take a last minute action. We try to prepare ourselves just at the nick of the time, and we are sometimes it's not possible to do all the preparations at the nick of the time. So prepare ahead. You have to start preparing now for your future. If you have to take any responsibility in future, you have to start right from now. It's different when you are over 60 years old. Someone may ask you to do something really big. So the Nuh was in 60s when he was asked to build an ark. So you have to keep yourself fit. Not when you are 60, but throughout your career, you have to work on your fitness. If you are fit, healthy body possesses healthy mind. If you are fit, you can take very good decisions in your life. And if you are not fit, then you may be lacking in your decisions and in your work. Don't listen to the critics. Just get on with the job that needs to be done. Sometimes we listen criticism a lot. Our family members, friends, and people around us, they criticize us. This is right, this is wrong, don't do this, don't enter into this field, do's and don'ts, and we listen to them a lot. But what I learned is that don't listen to the critics. Listen to them. I mean, not always you listen to them, but do what you think is right to do, and get on with the job that you have selected for yourself. Build your future on high grounds, not physically but morally as well. So you have to build your career, and you have to have very high targets in your life. For safety's sake, travel in pairs. I travel throughout all my journeys with my wife, with my partner. So it gives you confidence that you are with your family is with you. So it's good to move around with your family. Speed isn't always an advantage. The snails were on board with the cheetahs. So in Nuh's ark, everyone was in the ark. It doesn't matter that cheetah is faster, very fast, and snail is very slow. So sometimes speed doesn't count. Speed doesn't matter. So if you are slow, you think if you are slow. So still work hard, and there will be a point in your life that will decide that what is your destiny. So don't let your shortcomings come in your way. Otherwise, remember the ark was built by amateurs and the Titanic by the professionals. Sometimes we think that the thing professionally done is successful, and the thing done by amateurs or the learners or the beginners isn't as successful. So sometimes professionally done things are very nice, they are carefully done, but if the thing, and if you have a good motivation, some spiritual powers behind you, your confidence behind that thing, even if you are a mature, it doesn't make any sense. Just get along and you will find success. Next please. So these were the some motivational things that I learned from Nuh's ark. Now getting along with the topic. Next, go to the next slide. And today's youth, what we have seen is in just a few decades, countries of the world will be governed by today's youth. Like you will be joining civil services, military, and teaching and other fields, science and technology. So you will be part of the leading people in near future. So their thoughts and actions will be shaped by what they know and what they have experienced. So try to collect very good experiences. Meet with very good people, experienced people, learned people, scholars, to have a good company with them. And I'm pretty sure that through books, it will take you maybe years to learn something, but having good people around you, scholars, learned people around you, you you will be learning faster when you go to the libraries, read and collect information through the books. And quality education is one of the best predictors for the nation's future success. Well, as we know that education, but having a good quality education is necessary for the countries, for the territories to perform well in future. On the other side, we know that why foreign countries, why I'm motivating you to go to foreign countries. There are certain factors that will be quite helpful for you. Like some countries have excellent higher education environment. They have good reputable universities. They have very good resources, research labs, and so many other things that keep you motivated and they keep you on a track. Like foreign countries offer education free of cost in public sector universities. I'm going to describe here a list of universities. I mean list of countries where education is almost free or they will charge you a nominal fees for like administrative tasks and other things. And targeting, you should target like top 500 universities for your higher education. It's better to have admission in a university which is good in ranking, world ranking. The preparation you need to do is to have your transcripts and certificates ready, get them verified from the Justice of Peace or from the relevant departments, and keep them ready with you. Get them notarized from Justice of Peace or from the relevant bodies of your education. Collect required funds to get them ready in a bank account in your name if you have funds with you. Some countries they don't charge you for like tuition fees, but you need to have some money with you so that you can make a living in that country. And after that, you need to conduct a proper search to finalize the countries. I have compiled a list of 10 countries here, but you can do your own search. And by searching with different parameters, you can change certain parameters and different lists will keep coming in your search engine. And prepare a checklist so that you may not miss the important important general requirements. What we do is sometimes we don't have a checklist about us. We are studying, we are teachers, we are professionals, we are doing different jobs, but we don't keep a checklist with us. What are rights, what are wrongs, what is good, what is bad. It is especially important when it comes to getting admission in foreign countries that you need to have a general checklist of the requirements. What you need to do. If some universities ask you to have a good score in IELTS, then you have to have it. And so on, and so there are other general requirements as well. And take a note of the application announcements and deadlines. You have to keep an eye on announcements when admission is going to announce, when you need to fill up the forms, what you need to do, what is right, what is the right time to fill the application, and so on and so forth. Have a final look at the requirements and then always keep an eye on the final requirements, whether you meet the requirements or not. Okay, based on the following factors, a list of 10 recommended for the higher studies. I have done that compilation for you. These are the factors that I have kept in mind while preparing the list. To experience a new culture, like you need to go to a country where you have a new cultural experience, so that you will learn a lot from the local people over there. To achieve career goals, try to see whether your career goals are possible to achieve in that particular country. That parameter is also important. To have an adventure, what adventures you might have. Some people like Formula 1 car racing, some people like football events, cricketing events, or other adventures of your life. Do you think that you will have those type of adventures over there when you go for education in that particular country? To make new friends and find professional network, is it possible? that you have a good friendship over there and you make good professional contacts over there. So it says higher quality teaching. What type of quality teaching you will have in that particular country? So that factor is also important. And to study for free, that is the chief objective. That was the chief objective for me, and I have kept it here as well. So there are certain countries they don't charge you a single penny for in terms of tuition, but they charge you like some bucks or just for the sake of administration charges in line with administration charges or something. So their visa application success ratio is good or not? As a student, it is also an important factor. Based on these parameters, I have no guidelines. The following 10 countries offer free education to international students, and top of the list is Germany, where you can have almost free education, very good quality life, good number of universities, and top 200 ranking. Nearly 23 universities of Germany come in the Times Higher Education's 200 top 200 list. Then comes Norway. Norway is a very good education institute. Education is free. Some of the universities charge for nominal fees in Norway. Sweden, they have a free education, but some of the universities now have started charging some fees. Then we have Austria, Finland, Czech Republic, France, Belgium, Greece, and Spain. I'm just giving you a brief overview of the universities. They appear in top 200 universities. This is the list of top 200 universities in Germany, and at 32 ranking, the Ludwig Maximal University of Munich is the number 1 university in Germany, and then comes a list, and these are the other universities: TU Munich, University of Edinburgh, Humboldt University of Berlin, and Charité University Berlin, University of Frankfurt, University of Tübingen. This is the university where I got graduated from, and then we have Northampton University, University of Rome, so on and so forth. So Germany is the number 1 choice for international students going abroad and having education for free. So this was a brief presentation from my side. And if you've got questions, please go ahead and ask me questions if you have any.
So I have a question. So what type of transcript should be required by the transcript?
Well, transcripts means all the certificates you have got, like intermediate certificate, if you are graduate, your graduation mark sheet, pass certificate, degree certificate, you need to get them notarized from your university and from Higher Education Commission Islamabad. We have got very good office of Higher Education Commission of Pakistan and Karachi as well, so you need to get them notarized as soon as possible, just to get along with this admission process. There are 2 sessions in Germany. If you are targeting Germany, there are 2 sessions and you can target any of them. Sorry. Indian visa policy for students, for international students, and like top 3 countries, Germany, Norway, and Sweden, they have got very good successful visa application ratio. So you can target all three of them. Austria is a very good country, and there are a couple of universities in Austria. They come in top 200 ranking. Visa policy is very lenient, and education is free. Any other questions, please? What is your financial situation? If your financial situation permits you to go forward and have a further education, then I would encourage you to have a maximum education, quality education in your young life, so that you may excel in and professional career. But like it depends. Some people have choices. Some people, what do they do is they normally in foreign countries there is a different trend, and in our country trend is quite different. Like in foreign countries, they have a graduation degree and then they go for a job for a couple of years, like 3-4 years. Then they go and attend their master's, MPhil, and PhD. But since we have different geographical, financial, and other conditions, so it all depends what you want to do. But my suggestion to local students is that since our job market is not very good, you won't have a job that can earn you a lot of money, so that you can save them and go further for your education. So don't waste your time, I would say. Get along and apply for a degree in foreign country. Any other question, please?